Hi guys, my name is Bhakti Patel.
Everyone, my name is Batra.
Hi everyone, I am Ruhani Rana. So the topic for today's PowerPoint is handling hazardous materials and safety. In this PowerPoint presentation, we will be covering NFPA, WMIS, MSDS sheets and personal protective equipment. I will be covering NFPA. So now, starting with hazardous materials. What basically is a hazardous material? The substances or chemicals that are harmful to the environment, represent a risk to physical safety, or threaten human health is known as a hazardous material. The hazardous materials can be classified into four classes. Class 1 contains the explosives, Class 2 contains the gases, the Class 3 accounts for flammable liquids, and Class 4 is for flammable solids or substances. NFPA stands for National Fire Prevention Association. This association has created a rating system for identifying and ranking the health hazards caused by fire or chemical spills. NFPA is a diamond shaped, having four smaller diamonds which have numbers written on each of them. The colors in the diamond represent the type of hazard the particular chemical or substance will cause. The numbers indicate the level and strength of danger. So, what does these colors actually mean? The blue color on the left side tells about the health hazard risk to the people exposed to this material. The number 0 indicates no potential health risk and number 4 indicates a potential health risk. The red color represents how flammable the substance is. 0 will not cause any kind of burns, however, a higher the number, more flammable the compound is. The yellow diamond on the right represents how reactive the material is. This white diamond conveys special hazard information through symbols. If the chemical is an oxidizing agent, OXY will be written in the white diamond. Similarly, you can see other symbols which will be written if it has the particular properties. Now, I would like you guys to pause this video and look at the NFPA symbol of isopropyl alcohol and try to analyze it using the numbers written. This is what these numbers mean. I hope you got it right. This simple and easy to understand NFPA label gives you ample information about the risks of hazardous materials. One should always look for these labels to know its properties and always remember that your safety is in your hands while working with hazardous materials.
Now, the another tool that we can use for workplace safety is WMIS. The National Hazard Communication Standard for Canada is the Workplace Hazardous Material Information System. Hazard classification, cautionary container labelings, the distribution of safety data sheets, and worker education and training programs are the system's main components. It mainly consists of three elements. It helps one in a workplace to be equipped with the information related to hazards and its precautions. Those elements are labels, MSDS, which is material safety data sheets, and last but not the least is workers' training. Now, when we talk about labels, a label is supposed to give you a concise information for easy identification and for safety purpose, and that's what exactly the WMIS labels are for. They are found on all the control products which can be potentially hazardous and falls under the coverage of WMIS. Now, here are the 9 label symbols for classification of the hazards of the specific product. You can pause the video and take a look at each one of them in detail. Material safety data sheets. Now, this is the second element. It is a detailed sheet about all the information regarding hazards and safe handling of the products. The MSDS contains much more information about the material than the label. MSDS are prepared by the supplier or the manufacturer of the material. Now, what exactly does those MSDS sheets consist of? The listed 9 categories is mostly covered in those sheets. First is the product information like the identifier, names, manufacturers, supplier names, addresses, and emergency contact numbers. Second is hazardous ingredients, which are specific. Third is physical data. Fourth is fire or explosion hazard data. Fifth is reactivity data, information on the chemical instabilities of a product and the substance it may react with, and information like that. Sixth is toxicological properties, as the name suggests, health damage or any target issue happening around it. Seventh is preventive measures. Eighth is first aid measures about the product. And ninth is the preparation information, like who is responsible for preparation and date of preparations of MSDS and all of those things. Now, it's workers training, which is very important, as if you would think it's one's own responsibility. I'm talking about workers specifically, and to take charge of their own safety and others while working around in a workplace. It's very important to be responsible, and for that, worker training is the key aspect. One needs to be sincerely taking part in the training procedure and be acquainted with all of the parts of WMIS and having a circumspect attitude, which really helps in real life, that to be able to acquire important information, to be able to detect any potential hazards. This can help a lot of time and damage to them and the workplace. Also, being observant and recognizing potential hazards at workplace and working responsibly is very necessary.
Whenever you hear the word PP, what is the first thing that comes into your mind? Well, it might be just a person who is standing in isolation overall. But that's not what the word PP truly means. So, what is PP and why is it even used? Well, it is a step to protect yourself and others around you using special clothing and different types of equipment. Gloves, it is one of them. And every time hazardous products are handled by hand, appropriate gloves should ideally be used. Tip: put on a fresh set of disposable gloves before starting a new job. Also, when you are done with your job, remove the glove, dispose them to the place they belong, and wash your hands if possible, sanitize them. Your eyes, they are also special and also precious. So, how do you protect them? Just wear safety glasses. You have these ones, and also you can wear these ones. Next up, isolation overall or cover overall. Individuals should wear disposable coveralls to protect themselves from any potential chemical, physical, or biological risk when handling potential dangerous material. Okay, next up, you can also wear a shoe or a shoe cover basically. Create a shield which creates a shield between potential contact with a contaminated environment or airborne pathogens. Next up is a face shield. Well, it is worn instead of a safety glass, so it's your choice totally. Face mask. This might be something that everyone would be aware of. Because of the recent pandemic crisis, basically the use is to help a person by stopping or slowing down the spread of respiratory particles which are flowing in the air. Now, you know the basic equipments, in what order you should wear them. Well, the first comes the gown or apron, or the cover overall. Next up, your hair cover, if worn, or the shoe cover. After that, the specialized mask, and at the end, your gloves. Don't forget to wash your hands. Okay, now you have completed the job. And the job that you have completed is now done. So, what is the next thing that you should do? Of course, remove your PPE. Well, what is the order then? It's simple. First, remove your gloves. And next up, while with the help of gloves, you can also remove your apron, which could be removed by handling a portion of it while removing the gloves and the next safety glasses as well as the face mask. Thank you.